The market capitalization of the coin is used to summarize all that is taught in this video. Additionally, I would ask that you support my channel by liking it and subscribing to it so that you can stay up to date on future XRP news, as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. Take a look at this now, shall we? The Ripple lawsuit reveals a second fusion while XRP waits for a significant verdict. Both the price of XRP and the emotion of the market are being influenced by the fact that Ripple's legal lawsuit against the SEC is getting closer and closer to its completion. On the basis of the conclusions of the technical analysis and the market trends, the XRP is expected to hit $17 by the year 2025, according to a cryptocurrency analyst. Traders continue to retain an optimistic view with long positions despite the fact that the volume of transactions on the futures market for XRP is decreasing. The legal struggle that Ripple is currently engaged in with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to generate headlines, and it is predicted that a significant ruling will be handed down in the near future. In his speech, Stupak brought attention to the fact that there is a persistent misunderstanding regarding the attitude of the SEC with regard to coins like XRP, a legislator for cryptocurrency. Ripple's litigation is coming closer to its end, but Alder has already emphasized in a post on X at the SEC that exact messaging continues to present challenges for corporate organizations. This is despite the fact that Ripple's lawsuit is getting closer to its conclusion. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has been using the Dow report from 2017, which has caused many people to doubt the clarity of its rules 7 years later. In particular, he brought attention to the fact that the SEC has been using the Dow report. Despite the fact that the lawsuit against Ripple has been resolved, the fair notice defense is still being utilized by other parties. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has been very vocal in his criticism of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) for what he considers to be excessive meddling in the cryptocurrency market, which has resulted in significant financial losses for individual investors. This criticism comes at a time when the industry is becoming aware that crypto asset securities are subject to securities laws. The SEC has cited the report from the Dow in 2017. According to Ditton, the investment community has experienced a distressing loss of more than $15 billion as a direct result of the stringent regulatory steps conducted by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). Small investors have suffered losses of more than $15 billion as a direct consequence of the SEC's irresponsible behavior and excessive overreach. We do not accept the apologies that the SEC has offered, Ditton stated in a recent post that was published on X. It was on behalf of the 75,000 small investors that he represented that he made this declaration. To be more specific, Ditton is bringing attention to the fact that Senator Elizabeth Warren has not made any steps to address these issues, which is a point. This new development coincides with a shift in the attitude that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has toward cryptocurrencies, which is an interesting coincidence. By wrongly and frequently declaring that tokens themselves are securities, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) made a shift from its prior pronouncements that cryptocurrencies or securities constitute secured securities. This shift was exposed by a court file that was made not too long ago. As indicated in their submission, which included an apology for any doubt that may have been produced by their previous representations, the company expresses remorse for any confusion that it may have invited. There has been a significant change, notably due to the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission that she had previously held at tokens such as XRP are protected as securities. In his opinion on the paradox, Ditton voiced his frustration with the SEC's refusal to clarify the legal standing of the XRP coin. He said that this caused him to feel angry. Not only do they refuse to do so, but they also comment negatively on me in public. As a consequence of the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision to take a regulatory stance, considerable enforcement procedures have been initiated. By the time September 2024 rolls around, the Securities and Exchange Commission will have levied almost $4 billion in fines against a wide range of cryptocurrency companies and officials. When compared to the previous year, this implies an increase of more than $3,000. As the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) navigates the complex and ever-changing market of cryptocurrency law, this vigorous enforcement comes at a time when the environment is undergoing significant transformation. Yesterday, attorney Fred Rispoli provided an update on the ongoing debate that is taking place between the Securities and Exchange Commission and cryptocurrency, because it has caused a stir with a tweet in which it indicated that those who commit investment fraud typically make advantage of innovations in developing technology. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has done so. The statement that was issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission was contested by Rispoli, who brought up the fact that on the same day the SEC had sworn before a federal judge that there is no such thing as crypto asset securities. Rispoli's argument was that the SEC had made this statement. In addition to this, he urged that the community nodes part of Twitter be employed in order to draw attention to this contradiction. In a previous instance, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) expressed regret for using the term crypto asset securities, acknowledging that it was descriptive of a deceptive concept. The SEC is now investigating Binance and Ripple in connection with the ongoing case that they are doing. This confession was made in a court filing that was relevant to the case. The agency has expressed its regret for any confusion that may have been caused by its previous statements on the classification of cryptocurrency tokens as securities. This apology was made public by the agency. Executives from Ripple, including Chief Executive Officer Brad Garlinghouse and Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderete, have voiced their conviction that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is not likely to appeal the verdict that Judge Torres made, which primarily favored Ripple. It was determined that Ripple's offerings of XRP on public exchanges did not constitute a violation of federal securities legislation. This conclusion was reached on the basis of the findings presented above. Despite the fact that the SEC is still considering whether or not to appeal the order regarding the remedies, the leadership of Ripple has come to the conclusion that the situation may be properly resolved for the company. Within the past week, the price of XRP has climbed by 9%. On the other hand, Grayscale, which just announced the launch of an XRP fund trust, deserves the majority of the credit for this surge. The price is currently trading at $0.58, which can be attributed to the fact that the cryptocurrency market as a whole appears to be rather positive at the moment. Grayscale Investments has made the announcement that they have made the first XRP trust available to the public. In light of the ongoing efforts to alter regulatory frameworks, this represents a significant step forward for the future of Bitcoin. He anticipated that XRP will continue to attract investors from the retail sector, as well as investors from the institutional sector. Because of the groundwork that has been established in this location, Garlinghouse is of the opinion that XRP is in a position to undergo even more rapid expansion over the course of the next few years. In light of the fact that a federal court in New York decided that the token in question does not inherently constitute a security, the value of XRP surged as a result of this decision. Because of this, there are now a number of exchanges operating in the United States, which has led to a surge in popularity. In response to the decision made by the court, cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken have reintroduced XRP. The relisting of the XRP coin resulted in an increase in the coin's trustworthiness, which in turn made it more appealing to investors from both commercial and institutional sectors. In the wake of the introduction of Bitcoin and Ethereum trusts, which were eventually converted into exchange-traded funds earlier this year, Grayscale has been expanding its operations, and the new XRP trust is contributing to this expansion. When it comes to the reaction of the XRP community to this news, the Chief Executive Officer of Ripple has just stated his perspective on the matter. At some point in the future, the organization that offers trusts that are based on cryptocurrencies intends to convert the XRP trust into a spot exchange-traded fund. This transformation is planned to take place. Exuberance has been expressed by members of the XRP community in response to this breakthrough. On top of that, Brad Garlinghouse, the Chief Executive Officer of the corporation, has expressed his opinions regarding the topic. It was brought to his attention that the acceptance of XRP in the United States will be an important component in the advancement of the cryptocurrency in the years to come. Within the context of this particular scenario, Garlinghouse is optimistic that the provision of a defined roadmap will make it possible for XRP to get greater widespread availability. Regarding the launch of the XRP Trust, the Chief Executive Officer of Ripple is confident. The establishment of the XRP Trust brought with it a great deal of happiness for the Chief Executive Officer of Ripple. It should be noted that the material that has been supplied is not intended to serve as business advice. In the event that any investments are made on the basis of the information that is provided on this page, there is no responsibility for those investments. Prior to making any choice on investments, we strongly recommend performing independent research and talking with a professional who is educated in the field.